find someone new, baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
Counter-terrorists win.
Loot.bet, made for live betting.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into third and final map of this series. Just 2 here to finish it off. Again, some maps up for deliberation in that first and second train being, of course, won by Winstrike after that triple overtime. Mirage going to alternate attacks. Dust is, of course, where we reside. It's going to be an interesting one. Winstrike, they played a hell of a lot of Dust 2 before the major they went to during Loot.bet Season 1. It was their staple pick. Are they as good on it recent times? They've lost to quite a few CIS teams. So again, it seems like another map where the doors are wide open on this one.
They are wide open. Anybody can take it. Anybody can go to win this series. We just hope that it's not going to be a repeat of map 1 or 2. Or, excuse me, a repeat of map 1. 2, classic, Winstrike making the comeback yet again. Not being able to pull off a successful one. Whilst for map 1, oh boy, that was a tough cookie to crack and eat. Dust 2, I don't know. I hope to see a better performance than what we've seen up to this point. That's it. That's what I'm hoping for a better game, basically, for a better show. As for what can we expect? Well, I guess it's fair to say that both Winstrike and alternate attacks, they've had their ups and downs. They've had their moments, high and low, and it's hard to really pinpoint what exactly one or the other will do. But I do feel like alternate attacks is going to bring out a lot more tactical play rather than just brute force as they did up to this point. Alien finds the first, Alien the second. Seems like Winstrike will have themselves a bit of a lucky beginning, though. A bit of a winning streak, perhaps. Yeah,
maybe
not really yet. Yeah.
Oh, but all down to him. Last man into a 1-on-2. Not too sure. Didn't actually clock a defuse kit. There was one on the Winstrike side. I'm not too sure, but alternate attacks.
They saw him, right? Yeah, they saw him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, double swing it. Perfect. That's a really good way to open a pistol round. Winstrike.
Yep.
They kind of lost T side off to a good start already. Interestingly enough as well, the fact that it was the CT sides on both of these maps that got off to their very good starts. Obviously, alternate attacks had that 5-0 in Mirage on that CT side, and then obviously ATN on their CT side had a 12-3 on train. So it's the CT sides that have always started well. So looking like the T's getting a little bit of pleasure this time. So Antu opens things up. Felico, of course, had a Winstrike. We expect nothing from this, obviously. Would be a second round very simply for the T side before going into the first gun round for Winstrike. But it's always nice to see alternate attacks bouncing back. Of course, their renewed energy for this third map seems to be there after taking the victory on Mirage, which is always nice to see as well, which some teams don't actually have. A lot of teams do drop out after the sort of losing the first map or losing a map they should have won.
Yeah, like after having an advantage like such on train,
certainly
sure. Many teams would take that pretty seriously. And if their spirit, if their team cohesion is not good enough, it could have broken them right there and then. Luckily, that's not the case for ATN, and as we can see, they'll be battling it out valiantly up until the very last man, until the very last breath. But it is going to be a bit of an A-B split. Bomb alone through tunnel. Something that the Frenchmen like to do very mistakenly is split the bomb crashing through B. But Bondic finds 2. That's enough. It's a 3-on-2 retake. And even though Bomb is already on side B, Slacks is still isolated on CT mid. If he gets killed, it leaves only Cressy with a UMP to deal with the rest of the 3... Oh. Luckily, Slacks, though, is aware. He reads it like a book. And he brings it back to a 2v2. What a lucky break. ATN. I think they might have just won the round because of that. No kit as well.
Yeah, I think that's their way in now. Edward coming in with his teammate from lower mid, trying to break through door and window. Flash was good to at least allow the peek here. Slacks though battling. Cressy finds 1. All down to Alien, but again with the lack of kit, forcing out the peek is not going to matter. There we go. Winstrike down 3-0 already. Alternate attacks crazy. How quickly they've gotten off to a good start in every single one of these maps at the moment. There seem to be... Their energy at the start of a map is one that I don't think we've seen in a long time.
I mean, definitely a bit of a different energy emanating from them and what we've seen from both Mirage and Train, right? And the one thing I'm fairly surprised about is how good of a start ATN still had on both maps, both Train and Mirage. I mean, from 5-0 to 9-6 on the first half, okay, that's a fair enough fair enough amount of rounds for one and the other side. And then Train 12-3, that half was devastating. That half was brutal. Winstrike had no chance, and they, in all respect to Winstrike, that should have been the ending there right then and then for them. Whilst ATN kind of choked on their own aspirations a little bit, and yeah, 3-0, another quality beginning. Match pause though underway. Presumably a tactical one, I guess. No disconnections yet. Unless Norbert might go out soon. I don't know. But
Hope not.
hope not, yeah. In any case, ATN, this is the start that they had almost every map up to this point. And if this is not... Yep, okay, not Norbert, but this time it's Elian. Jesus, every map there's a different player disconnecting. First Norbert, then it was Bondik, now it's Elian. Okay, so as I was saying, ATN, this will be their golden opportunity to close out this map with success. Like for the first time, besides Mirage being taken, it was still 16-13, excuse me. That's the thing, right? It was still an amount of rounds back to Winstrike that effectively shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah.
At least not in my mind.
Yeah, especially... Yeah, I gotta agree. Thankfully, Winstrike seem to have solved whatever tech issue every single man of Winstrike is experiencing at the moment. Getting back into the server should be live fairly soon. Worst part about this is as well the fact that whoever loses this obviously plays our next series. So,
yep.
If this again turns out to be a long third map, aTTax are waiting.
Oh boy.
They're not going to take them lightly. That is for sure. These guys want to survive. They want to keep their place in the tournament. Obviously, a lot of Polish mixes or a couple here and there playing in this event. They want to see who can better one another, obviously, with youngsters, aTTax. A lot of Polish teams in general, actually, with obviously Zako Bors and Illuminar as well. But yeah, even so, they'll be waiting. They're ready for it. They're ready to play.
Absolutely.
See. Game is back live. Eco round out of Winstrike, of course. Interestingly enough, as well, just to sort of throw a random discussion in there. Obviously, the final tribe game that we saw yesterday with Heretics. The struggle that Heretics had to win the series. Well, they beat Windigo today, which...
Wait, what? Really?
Yep,
they
beat them 2-1. They lost first map 16-10, won Dust and Inferno 16-8 apiece. Like,
oh boy.
How I don't know how Heretics struggle against Final Tribe, but then get results like that against Windigo. It's like, it's weird.
Exactly, right? That's so...
And the same with Winstrike as well, just to like bring it back to this game. Winstrike struggling in online CS, go to the major, nearly make it again back to legend status. Online, it's like such different environments.
Yeah, seems like they have a better understanding of how to work on LAN rather than online. But Winstrike, they'll have to concede one more round. It is going to be back to 4-0, an alternate attacks, a perfect beginning for them if we can count it. As we said, once more, it is an excellent start, really is. And I'm wondering once more through my mind, you know, is it going to be enough? Is the good start going to be enough for the first time in the series for alternate attacks to actually close out the map successfully before, you know, their opponents actually get it back onto a certain respectable amount of rounds and try to tie it back together?
Thankfully, the thing is, right, alternate attacks this time have actually started their good spree of rounds on this T side, and what a round this has been.
Oof.
Okay, well, that is 5 already confirmed. Elian and Quick will go for the save, but yeah, this is getting to the point where ATN, all their good starts in the previous 2 maps came from that CT side beginning. They're now on T side. and have already made themselves 5 rounds, but should be a 6th. And well, at the moment, this is looking very, very sweet. Does he spot the head? Yeah, not too sure. Through the X-ray, of course, it looks a little bit deceiving. Cressy, though, might just spot him out. Yeah, and actually does. That's actually a really good peek. Denies one more rifle. Alien last man alive, but even so, saving this AWP when they have nothing else to go with it is going to make no difference here. So, a 5-0 for alternate attacks, and they do know where the final man is as well. Flashbang keeps him fully blind. Surely they want to take away this AWP right now. Not going to peek into it, though, unfortunately. Yeah. So, he will at least carry that over, but in the grand scheme of things, well, they really don't have too much here. Some beautiful shots out of Stefan as well to say that he's not the primary or secondary AWPer in this one, picking it up valiantly, but even so, 5-0, eco out of Winstrike should be 6, and ATN, they are off to a blinder of a start in this third map.
Once again, they have themselves the golden child opportunity kind of thing going on. If only they're able to cascade it into a proper victory. Alien, he's got the AWP, but he has been very quiet up to this point. Hasn't really connected too many kills. We're waiting for the entry. He's trying his best, of course. He's trying his very best to try and at least get himself into a good working position early on. But 5-0 is already a pretty devastating starting point again for Winstrike. And it is just going to get harder and harder with each passing moment for them. Bondik, he's got the CZ. Patiently waiting on through short. One thing I'm wondering is, what is ATN going to do right here? Like, they are wasting a lot of time, right? They're not really giving themselves a lot of room for mistakes. 47 seconds. Seems like B-split will be imminent coming out. And it's a good call. They read it well. Winstrike only have Norbert to defend B. And as long as the alternate attacks do not get crossed over through mid, should be fine. Norbert, though, drops one, picks up the SG. Makes things a little bit more complicated. Slacks is awaiting the peek and upper, though. And Bond at close range will grab the op. Still a 3-on-4. And a retake now almost certainly going to be going on. Alien has the op, so does Bondik. Not the best weapons to go for the retake, but they have the kit. That's the point. Good pop flash into upper, though. Quick still wins the duel. Dude and Stefan. Back to 2v4. Is this the first to Winstrike? I think it is.
It is looking
with the kit.
likely.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it should be.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Alright then. That's...
Alrighty then.
That's a weird round to win. Winstrike. Take the first
unexpected one.
For the back of very unexpected, yeah, for the back of that sort of, not even a force, just an eco, realistically. They come out with the entire world, double AWP. Winstrike, first on the board already. It was at this point on Mirage as well that they got this, at the 5-0. They made it 5-1, so...
Yeah.
Winstrike, keeping it consistent as ever. Alternate attacks, of course, back onto that rebuy. Plenty of cash for the T side. But Winstrike, just by winning that round, giving themselves a lot to work with now, especially in terms of stabilizing that economy.
The thing is, it's not looking too sweet anymore for ATN. If Winstrike are able to cascade this into a 5-on-5 maybe, then certainly it's going to start to look a lot more worrisome for alternate attacks. Luckily, it's Cressy, though, that finds the entry. And again, B-side this time wide open. Winstrike playing the odds and not really getting out on top there. The gamble hasn't paid off with having only Norbert on site. And of course, it's a save already. Bondik, he's going to get the hell out of there. Now they realize perhaps they've lost a little bit too much with B. And it is going to be 6-1. My god, what a turn of events this has become. And I am pleasantly surprised by ATN, but heavily disappointed about how Winstrike choose to play a gun round like this. Instead of focusing on B holds, they actually let themselves go completely, and, well, they lose the round because of it.
Yeah, a bit of a weird one. Again, this third map is already starting to become a little bit of a spectacle. Alternate attacks now 6-1, thankfully, with that CT side saving their weaponry. Of course, a full investment to come from them in the next round. But ATN, even at this point, are getting a plentiful amount of rounds here on this T side, and they really show no signs of slowing down at the moment. But we shall see, especially now that Winstrike have this full investment on their side as well. It's better. All sets of defuse kits, 5 is always good to see. Even Quick able to snatch a Krieg out as well, which is nice. Stefan, though, going to be the first to peek long again. Seeming as if they work off of spawn base, they have these players that can pick up the AWP and try for an early kill. Does get forced back by the Molotov at least, but even so, the sort of intuition is there to peek from ATN, which is nice. And obviously there's going to be a lot riding on this third map as well. Just realized whoever wins this gets a really nice break now between this series and the one they have to play later on in the evening.
Yeah, gets an hour, well, 2 hours, 3 hours break, yeah.
Exactly, yeah, so they can have at least a settle down time.
Get some food.
Yeah, exactly, rather than Winstrike
some
or
steaks.
aTTax having to play in the next. It's going to be obviously out of that one into the next one almost instantly. There's going to be very little delay getting that started, but still, ATN looking good so far. A slowdown in this round though, 50 seconds on the clock, and it seems like even though they're looking to execute toward that A site, going to be a split through B instead. A little bit of a fake to come. Edward, will he read this though? Smokes to go down in towards CT as well, covering it off entirely. Molotov to ensure that he's not on the boost box, but he's going to aggress the smoke. Read beautifully by aTTax. 2 players dead. And even with Bondic inside of tunnel, a spam by Cressy. Oh my god. They read it beautifully. Round is done. 7-1, all but confirmed. And aTTax. This is perfect. This is everything they would have wanted starting this off.
It's exactly the way they wanted to give themselves the fighting chance, and they do. It will be enough. The only thing they need now is, well, a bit of a lucky break for the next few as well, to be able to cascade it into 9 rounds maybe. Winstrike, no response, no actual chance to fight aTTax. Even in a 2v2, timing is everything, and just not enough time to respond to the loss of sights. Match going to be paused. Hopefully not another technical. That certainly would be a bit bad, again, to have a technical pause this early on. But I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised by the quality ATN is giving us. They're at least, you know, showing everybody that they're not washed up, that they're not completely over just yet. Although on the other side, you know, they are still playing so weirdly at times, one can just, but you know, shake their head and think, what the hell is going on here? 7-1. Winstrike, the op on Norbert, maybe the second one, well, almost certainly a second one coming out on Alien. Surely it has to, right? At 7-1, the only thing you could see working is a double op.
Yeah, it sort of has to come down to it, right? It's sort of getting really late into this first half and Winstrike having minimal success. You sort of start to bring in ulterior methods, see what they can deliver at this point, and yeah, it might be a double up that is required out of Winstrike to see what they can actually bring to the table, see what fight they can make, and Alien surely should be purchasing this at the moment. Plenty of money to do so. Edward, again, a single round away from making it a sort of James Bond status. So, there's that to consider.
Oh. Ouch.
But, Alien, nice first pick. Stefan's tried it maybe one too many times now. They're wise to it. Good entry. Winstrike opened things up 5-4 very quickly.
A perfect start for Winstrike, given the circumstances they're in. Question is, how does Alternate respond? By the looks of it, they want to take short control. So far successful by Mantu's hand. And they might even decide to swing back through short. Alien is aware of that, though, and seemingly hearing or has perhaps heard somebody on towards that position. ATN, they had a lot of success hitting B. I'm surprised they do not try to at least pressure B a little bit more now. You know, try to fake out, sell out. A bit of a B play. I love how Alien is just patiently waiting at long.
Yeah.
Once he gets the first kill, he's getting the hell out of there. And if he's able to snag the bomb carrier, things will take a brighter turn. Finds no kills yet, but finally dude comes through. There's the bomb carrier, as I was saying. That's perfect. Edward holding the line through ramp. He's good for the one. As Quick will fall. Alien will burn, actually. Cressy gets the frag. Edward holding the line. He had 0 and 7 up to this point. He has to find at least one more kill to make sure that this round is almost certainly solidified in their own victory. And there it goes. The second one is theirs. As Winstrike will be able to push themselves away from the ledge, at least for the second longer. ATN rebuys this almost certainly. Question is, how do they play this? They go slow, it doesn't work out. They go fast, it works. Surely there's a pattern there. And look at the spawn points. They had
Straight
3 players,
to B,
perfect
surely.
spawn. Yep. Slacks, interestingly enough, also had a spawn for B, but decided to go peek mid. Respective enough, but sure. It is. Oh, mini marathon. Where's the nades on short, though? Would love to see a few nades flying towards short. One already did. Down to 50, Edward goes. A second one might have even killed him. Alien on scaffolding. Spots the first player out mid, though. Doesn't expect the close range player, though. That's Dude, and he surprises him well enough to get the kill. It Slacks with the second, and all of a sudden, it's all eyes on Bondik holding B side. He needs to survive for one longer, but it doesn't happen. Stefan is locking him out. A 2v2 retake, and ATN in trouble. If they lose this round, they will be having... Excuse me, Winstrike in trouble. If they lose this round, they will be having a pretty tough thing ahead of them. That is, of course, the lack of utility, or more so the lack of weaponry. Cressy. Good spray. Interestingly, doesn't take down Norbert. Norbert spots Stefan. Still a one-on-one. Low HP both sides. Norbert misses a second shot. And it's enough. Stefan punishes that mistake. It is going to be 8-2. Money a little bit higher than expected. So Winstrike is able to reinvest. But this is a dominant performance. ATN is able to shove it up. And able to pack it up. 3 players towards upper tunnels again. Do they try to go through short perhaps once more? It certainly was doable the last time. Dude, this is fast. Dude,
Oh my God,
he's
he's
really
rapid.
fast. He's already at...
Oh,
Jesus.
why would they ever expect this? Why would they ever consider this right now?
Oh, boy.
Round's gone. Round is gone already.
Wow. Winstrike.
You can't let that
Where's
happen.
the presence, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, where's the presence on mid? Where's the... At least the check on mid? No information. No check, no nothing. And, well... The mistake is painfully obvious. That's the thing. Quick gets a refrag, but it's a 3-on-3 retake of B, and we know how hard this is going to be pull off. 9-2. Winstrike, no mid presence whatsoever, and there's not even a requirement to have mid presence. Just have a single player watching mid. Just have a single man watching the cross through mid. If nothing else, you call out, yo, mid is open, mid is smoked, they can cross, they can rush, and you can have those players on B be vigilant of that instead of both watching tunnels.
It's a simple
And
fix.
the worst part, yeah, the worst part of that was right here. See, Bondik, he goes to car, and if he reaches that position before Dude peeks out of doors, there's a high chance Bondik, if nothing else, can refrag for the loss of Norbert, and he, if anything, might even be able to stop Dude before he gets the first kill. Then that immediately negates any sort of advantage that ATN might have had. But it is going to be a rebuy, double up. Although this is an abysmal position to be in regardless where you're at. Oh, Slacks, what a shot. Takes down Alien to 21.
Just as Elian was sort of lining the angle up, he's like, yep, no one stop mid, boys. I'm pretty safe behind this smoke. And then just gets absolutely slapped down to 21 points of health. And, well, this is already... It's already looking bleak, but it can look a whole lot worse in the next couple of rounds. Alternate attacks again. Just a single round away from double digits, this time on that T side. Looking like so far they are a much stronger side than Winstrike. Energy of this third map has been way higher from ATN than it has for this CT side. And well, at the moment, Norbert, nice little nade in. Great damage done. A little dunk onto the T side there. Tries to spam the smoke. They know exactly where he is now, though, and he has to escape. There's the first. Traded back. Bondic. Tagged down to 2, though. Forced away already.
This is 10.
You can see Winstrike, they're not even, they're so scared to rotate right now. They don't even want to retake this. Alien lands one through the door onto Dude.
Woo!
Nice shot, but shouldn't make too much of a difference, unfortunately, unless Bondic is able to take out one more quickly. But even as that bomb does go down, Winstrike, just because Alien has gotten that kill, they're kind of now forced to retake because they have the advantage. It'd be stupid not to. They didn't want to. Now they're kind of forced to, and we're slacks.
They can't really afford not to, right?
Beautiful shot, exactly. 3 on 2, 3 on 3, sorry. 2 HP, 12. Looks done, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the thing. And they can't afford to lose any more rounds. This will be double digits already for ATN. This is very reminiscent of Train. And just might end the same way as well. And Bondic gonna be caught on mid. That is such an unfortunate turn. Luckily, loss bonus is at maximum. And they will have a rebuy with Quick and Alien saving up those weapons. But again, alas, it is ATN that is taking the better end of the deal. Or that is having the better end of the deal. And there's not really much that Winstrike can do anymore. They'll have one last few chances right here, right now. It is going to be the 13th real buy for Winstrike. The op on Alien back up. Finally, they realize perhaps double op doesn't work as well as they intended it to be. Dude finds 2. Oh, Lord. How does... Where's the reply from Winstrike, right? Where's the energy? Where's the... anything? Winstrike, you don't even have map control. No long. No effective short. No mid. Yeah. I don't know. Such a weird round this has been.
Yeah. Weird part is, could even see a better scoreline for ATN on this half than they got on Train.
Yeah.
13-2 is still a possibility. One that...
Oh, they heard him.
Yeah, there's a lot of info for Quick at the moment. Slack surely dead. Yep, exactly so. That is now info gathered, though, that there is a man potentially on the flanks. Now into the 3-on-3. Smokes are good. Molotov out of Bondic indicating someone is toward that CT position. ATN do have time to expend, though. They don't have to rush toward the site just yet. Quick onto now short. Has pulled away from this A-long position, and rightly so. Good smoke down to protect him as well. He just has a slight little angle to peek off of. Stefan now low as well. Shut down by Norbert.
Winstrike need to win this, but
Oh
Cressy.
my god. Oh.
Cressy.
That's how you win a round.
Yep. When all else fails, just lay it in the shoulders. So lay it onto the shoulders of Cressy. And it is going to be 11-2. This is very one-sided again. Very abysmal from Winstrike. The performance, even though it comes down to those one-on-ones, even clutch rounds, it's not enough. Winstrike, they're coming close, but they're unable to tilt themselves over the edge. Whoa, what?
Oh my god.
Run and gun, dude. Takes the head of Alien. The op is down, and so is mid control lost. Edward will hold. Edward and Bondic hold the line. This is actually doable. Winstrike might find their third finally. But again, such a one-sided affair.
That's crazy. ATN able to replicate this in not just one half, but a second as well is just showing how good this side is actually looking to be. Cressy catches out Norbert. Down to a 3-on-2. B bomb site lost. Utility is good. Could not be retakeable at this point. Stefan holding the flanks as well. Quick, nice reply, but 2 players now both tagged on the CT side. Something that ATN should have no trouble in dealing with. Cressy takes the first and tags the second as well. Not sure whether he knows, of course. Bondic, though, what can he really do at this point, right? What can he really achieve? 43 points of health, no utility, no defuse kit. Ultimate round of the first half, and the rest of your side has no money. You have to come up clutch here just to keep yourselves in the first, or if not, it is for sure a 13-2 that they achieve. And well, as soon as he peeks, finds the first, but never expects the second. Cressy, oh, it comes close again.
Again, a 1-on-1 and a hat trick.
Can't get over that line.
Nope. Oh boy, this is concerning. Very concerning.
It really is.
And the pistol was alternates as well, right?
Yes.
So.
Oh wait, hang on.
No wait.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. They were leading 5-0. Yeah, I just recalled. So again, it starts so well for alternate. And, you know, they set themselves up for a perfect ending. Quick with a double, but Mantu returned with 2 of his own, and Mantu for the third. Finally, Alien with the Glock, with the nade. But again, it leaves Edward in a 1-on-2. Another clutch round. The bomb is dropped towards Car. But there's not really... Is there really hope to be had for him? He is at 0.4 KD currently.
I think he's got
how many
1
kills?
or 2
3
kills?
kills? 4 kills?
I
Something like
shall have a look.
I think.
He's
like
on
10
a mountable 4 kills. Norbert's on 3, actually.
Oh, wow.
Norbert's on 3. Edward on 4.
That's when you know you have a problem.
Yeah.
That's when you know things are not looking good. Well, Edward, sir.
Just gets deleted. Just absolutely deleted.
That was a jumping shot.
Yeah.
That was a... yeah. Well, 13-2. Is there anything else to say? I don't think there's anything else required to be added. I'm just going to say this. If alternate attacks do not win this map, then there is a core issue with the squad. And there's no arguing about it anymore. This is now the second time they'll have a chance to close out a map with a result like this.
Yeah, that's the thing. This should be dead to rights. And of course, we'll find out so at the start of this second half. Break from Loot.bet to come, of course.
Loot.bet. Made for live betting.
There it is. 13-2.
Yep.
Alternate attacks.
Second pistol.
This is all they need. They win the pistol round. They win the game. As easy as that.
Yeah, it's as simple as that, yeah. Well, if we go look at historically in the series, it has been alternate winning all first pistols and Winstrike winning all second pistols. So if this were to go second pistol to Winstrike, I wouldn't be as surprised. On the other hand, it would be pretty sad sight to see. Cressy finds the second Alien, the refrag, but Cressy double. Huh. Is this even in question anymore? Who wins? Surely ATN can't let this one go. The advantage so severe already. Oh, dude finds one more. Alien 1-on-4. And this is the clutch round that we've been waiting for. Alien quiet throughout the game. He does have, what, 10, 12 kills? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And his op skill certainly unchallenged, unrivaled almost. But again, a 1-on-3 with a minute left. Surely ATN can't let this one slide. Mantu is low though, so he needs to be very careful. Alien one tap away.
God.
He spots Mantu as well. It is going to be back to a 1-on-2. Wait a second. This round is open for business yet. Alien so fast he finds the second. And is this an ace clutch? Is this a pistol ace clutch from Alien?
ATN, what are you doing? Oh my... ATN, what are you actually doing? Like, please.
Alien. Ace clutch. Congratulations. The first one in the series.
Wow. Okay.
A 1 on 5. Or 1 on 4, actually.
Oh, yeah. Even
Oh,
so.
boy.
1 on 5, 1 on 4. He shouldn't be winning either of them. Oh, my God. Please
Beautiful.
don't tell me this goes how how
Beautiful.
force out of ATN. Alien first kill, keeping it up. Likes the return one, but again, Alien with the refrag. He is now on fire. He is turned up for this one. Here we go. Should be a 13-4. Should be a 13-5 alternate attacks. Again, like you said, losing that second pistol round seems to be the bane of their existence in these series.
Yeah. Of course, it is yet to be decided. The gun round will show us any hope for alternate. Or for Winstrike, for that matter. And Cressy, he's looking to save what he can. The UMP, the Kevlar, to transfer it into the next. Although it's not really much of a transfer, is it? But yeah, this I'm honestly quite a little bit perplexed as to how well Winstrike then excel on the second half. And obviously it was all thanks to Alien and his ace clutch. But it is going to be 13-4, full eco for ATN. 5 rounds go up to Winstrike. And that's the 5 they will get, at least for free, from the second half forward. But alas, we're ready to see if perhaps Alternate will prepare a special tactic on for the gun round. The double op certainly not going to come out. At least money-wise, it's only Slacks that has enough utility, or excuse me, weapon economy to buy up that secondary op. Unless they want the glass cannon on one of the other players. But yeah, Edward, I love this. Pulls out the USB, just goes to tap. Doesn't even want to bother with using his weapon. Didn't even buy it, actually, so there's that. But yeah, Train 25-21, Mirage 16-13, and now, after having Train 12-3 on the half for ATN and Mirage 9-6 for ATN, it seems like we're going back to square one, back to our original starting point into potential overtime. I don't know. This is such a time to prove their worth, though. ATN, this is it. Slacks the op, as expected. The rest with rifles. A very decisive play towards long. I love it. They gamble a little bit with this, but they actually get away with the first frag. Quick will fall the second as well. Norbert and Winstrike. Such a foolish decision to rush through long, even after a Molotov. Lose one player, fall back. That's it. Count your losses. Instead, Slacks finds the third, and surely now ATN don't allow another ace clutch, right?
Surely. There we go.
Edward, wait, did Edward have no AK?
I don't know what he had at that.
I saw only a USB in his hands. No way.
Unless he threw it to try and make sure they. I have no idea. Either way round is done by the looks of things. See what?
Yep.
Oh, maybe. Oh, I think he had a Mac 10 trying to get the AK off of
he had a
short.
Mac 10.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now
Makes
it's a little
sense.
more logical. Yeah.
Yeah, because for a second there, yeah, it looked like he had nothing. Or just
yeah, I thought surely he just doesn't. My guy has $7,000. Where's his gun?
Yeah, where's his bloody AK? Buy an auto sniper. I don't care. Just don't.
Oh, not again.
Be running around. Not again. Yeah, that's true. We saw how it ended last time. Almost losing Train because of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, 14-5, Kieran, and it looks like it is going to be one of the last buys for Winstrike. They lose this series. It's as simple as that. They face off aTTax next, and Unique is waiting for the winner of this series, of course. And what a day this has become, hasn't it? aTTax, they have to be a little bit tilted after having such a delay for their own best of 3. Slacks, though. Through short. A frag for him. And a slowdown. Winstrike, they're not really managing well with slow rounds, I think.
Yeah, it really does seem like that. Winstrike just seeming like a foreign side to Dust 2. It's odd. The fact they played this map so much back in Season 1 and just back in general. Dust 2 was a solid map for them, but already into a 5-on-3 for this one. Looking like the game is all but confirmed at this point. Have to see some big trades back out of the side of Winstrike if they want to keep themselves in this. And, well, dude on the corner. Put by Mantu, who is pretty low HP. Flash is good. There's the peek out. Round is done. Alien last man alive. 15 on the board confirmed.
And hopefully we'll have a closing ceremony coming out after this 15th. Because I have to admit, I've had it with this best of 3 just ended at this point. We've seen more than enough out of it. Triple overtime train, almost overtime Mirage. I don't think we need overtime on Dust. I think aTTax have proven to everybody that they're better than Winstrike. And that they will deservedly take this one home. Or at least they should. 15-5. 10 rounds in a row is what Winstrike require. And certainly is possible. Alien, though, nice tag up. Still doesn't matter. Mantu replies, and it's a free frag back in favor of ATN. Good nade as well. Quick down to 70. Bondik to 71. And Alf gets aTTax, as they would like to say in Germany. Cressy blindly sprays, finds one. A 3v4 retake of B. No smoke yet deployed towards doors. There's a single one. It's being thrown right now. Oof, Mantu. He's playing the odds right now. Luckily, Stefan comes swinging wide from window. Gets one. 2v2 from tunnels. It'll be Slacks. No, excuse me. It will be Dude coming through. No plant yet. 1 minute and 9 seconds. No need to push until ATN hear the plant. Once they hear the plant, that's when they know a player's on site. The second one somewhere on site as well, waiting patiently, like a tiger.
So patiently waiting.
Yeah, the thing is, right? Winstrike know if they go for the plant that ATN will spring into action, and that's what scares them the most. But that's the worst part of all is time is running against them, and the longer they wait, the lesser chances they have of winning this round.
Clock is getting fairly diminished. You put the bomb down eventually. Doesn't matter though. Yeah, that is seemingly done. Wrapped up by Dude. There it is. 16-5. Alternate attacks take the series overall 2-1. They will have themselves a nice little break going into the third and final series of the night. That'll be them versus. Oh, hey boys, how you doing?
Hello,
hey
buddies.
buddies.
Casters. I hope you've had fun as much as we did. You know what?
They seem happy that Winstrike won, Kappa.
I have to say, if we were in a studio, we would probably wouldn't even mind the delay and everything else. But since we're not together, right? Since we're not able to interact with each other in real life, besides through Discord, it kind of sucks because we can't banter basically. But yeah, well, 16-5, 2-1, ATN, they take it home.
And a seemingly very... no, wrong scene again. There
Hello.
A seemingly very simple series at the end of things. Alternate attacks taking it 2-1. I think we've exhausted all current points about this series, so we'll dip out and give you a little bit of a break. You can have some nice little music before we get into our second series of the day. It is going to be aTTax versus the loser of that series, Winstrike. So they are back into a best of 3 in around what looks like 13 minutes or so. Hopefully we'll get into it on time. We do have a little bit of an hour delay, but thankfully nothing too crazy. So we'll be back with you in around 30 minutes or so. Go and get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, and we'll be joining you very soon. So make sure to check us both out on Twitter for myself at @What'sIt'sKieran and for Theo at @OverSeard. So we'll be right back and we'll catch you all very soon.
Yeah.
Loot.bet, made for live betting.